We are talking about Tech Mahindra today, and why I chose Tech Mahindra today, because if you see Tech Mahindra performance over last one month, more so if you see Tech Mahindra performance for past couple of quarters, you would realize that the stock has really done really well, and that is making people rethink if Tech Mahindra is next big thing in IT after few bigger names. So before we jump into some of the fact sheet and what is going well for Tech Mahindra and why Tech Mahindra is a special case at this moment, we need to see how big is the difference at the moment. So let's understand. If we look at the Tech Mahindra story, we need to understand what Nifty IT and how it performed in last 1 month. Now, why we chosen 1 month period? Because if you observe in the first week of October, or from the first week of October, somewhere late first week of October, we saw TCS results, and since then we have seen many companies coming up with results at different time intervals. And if you look at the effect of that period on stock market, what you will realize, and this is bit of surprising, that Nifty IT, which has been the market leader for quite some time now in last 1.5 year, in last 1 month Nifty IT stock has come down by 3 percentage points. That's 3 percentage points last 1 month, while we were doing fantastic before that. So what's bothering investors, we will come to that point, but let's understand how was the performance of our other peers. Let's see how was the performance of Infosys in last 1 month. And if you see, Infosys has not declined much as the broader index suggests, but it has not really given any return in last 1 month. That's the story of Infosys. And do remember, Infosys results were really good. They in fact raised their guidance from, I think, 15 to 17% to 16.5 to 17.5%. Now let's look at the industry leader TCS. TCS has declined in last 1 month, and in fact if you saw TCS before result, it was around 3900 levels. From the day of from the result day, it has come down almost 15%, which you are not able to see over here. So the trend which I was trying to confirm was, over last 1 month we have seen a broader IT index decline. So is other IT industry players. But let's see how was Tech Mahindra's performance in the same period, which is about 1 month. While you have seen others declining or not really giving any returns, Tech Mahindra has risen almost about 10% since its results. And this is not just the story of this result. Let's look at 6 months results. And if you, why I'm looking at 6 months, but what I want to show it, the momentum it got after July quarter results, after June quarter results, which was Q1 FY22. It seems from there it has seen amazing run. And if we see it from here, the performance in last 6 months, the returns are about 66% in just last 6 months. And if we look at comparatively in last 6 months, IT stock index has given about 18% return. And if we see Infosys gave about 33% returns. TCS, if we look at TCS gave about 13 to 14% of returns. So what is making Tech Mahindra such an interesting story for investors at this stage? We will explore that, but before that, let's understand some of the facts. In Q2, which ended on September the 30th, FY22, the total revenue for that quarter for Tech Mahindra was about $1.47 billion, EBIT margin, normally I have spoken about operating margin for other companies, the number is not mentioned over here, the operating margin, but seems like it is 15.2 EBIT margin. If I talk about the EBIT margin of other players, which are the larger players, that is I think around 20 or somewhere close to 20%, but I'll have to check that. Maybe I can share in some other videos. Now the profit after tax margin is 12.3%. What it suggests is that they are not very profitable compared to our top performers, all top leaders, TCS, Infosys and other names. New net deal wins are about $750 million and they have good free cash flow. If you look at some of the highlights, their revenues are up 6.4%. Now they have not given whether it was quarter on quarter. So yes, so they have given over here that these are quarter on quarter growth numbers. Revenues are up 6.4%, which is quite a good number. If you saw, only two companies have done better than that. Infosys did about 6 to 7%, so is Wipro 7 to 8%. Please remember, Wipro did that after the acquisition of Capco. So Wipro numbers has that effect of Capco. So this is organic growth. For Wipro it was organic plus inorganic growth combination. If we look at the growth in EBIT margin, there is no growth. Profit after tax has declined. If we look at the operational headcount side, they have done net addition of 14,000 people, or in fact almost about 15,000 people. What they are telling us is the attrition rate has spiked quite high now. So it is 4 percentage points higher. That means from 17% their attrition has gone close to 21% or over 21%. What they are also suggesting is their utilization ratio is around 87% right now, which is about 110 basis point down. Their active customer basis has gone up by 65. As I was saying, there are some key differences why Tech Mahindra is doing better than the others, and now we are coming to that point. And this is very important if you are an investor of Tech Mahindra, to understand the basic difference versus other companies. Here is the business update. What they are suggesting, their large deal wins are a result of communication vertical growth led by 5G. Please remember that. And they have also seen some momentum in these industries like BFSI or high tech. And now you see they are highlighting 5G again in the same financial statement. That means companies, network companies, infra companies, or telecommunication companies, they are all spending big money on the network side of it, whether it is Nokia's, Ericsson's, Bharti's, or international players like AT&T or many other such players. And as usual, the usual suspects are digital engineering and cloud are the key drivers. The difference which I was referring to was, if you see, their majority of revenue come from the network and telecommunication segment. So that forms a huge part. Now let us see their revenues per vertical. What I was saying was communication, media and entertainment. As I said, network, communication, that's really building up really well and the investment is taking place. The growth quarter on quarter is 6.7% and year on year growth is about 16.1%. 40% of the revenue for Tech Mahindra comes from the telecom and network domain. That's the key portion of their revenue. Rest, manufacturing, technology, banking and financials, retail, transport and logistics, they all contribute very little. Within BFSI they have seen 6% growth, and within technology and manufacturing it's yeah, within manufacturing, just 3% growth, but this is very small portion. Whatever is happening in this space, if this is contributing and the investment cycle is taking place because of the 5G effect, that is resulting in a good business for Tech Mahindra. Now the downside of that kind of model is when you are over dependent on one area, one business area, you can have a really bad time. For example, if you observe from 2015 onwards till 2020, we have seen almost no investment taking place within the telecom and network space, and you would have seen the effect of that in Tech Mahindra stock. So let's just evaluate it. I have not seen really, but let me just see that. So as I was saying, from 2015 onwards, when Jio really entered and made a big difference, if you see Tech Mahindra performance from 2015, Jio entered the market around 2016. I am talking about the Indian context, but it has wider resonance. So telecom companies were finding it difficult to invest in new technology areas. And you would see from 700 levels in 2015 till 2020, the stock was underperforming and it was just about 600-700 levels till 2020 Feb. And in March of last year, we saw the bottom of 536. From there, the stock has grown up by almost 3 times, and that you can understand what the point I was trying to make. Over reliance in one technology area can really a counterproductive, and that we saw with Tech Mahindra. So if you are a Tech Mahindra stock investor, please remember this cycle will end in probably in couple of quarters, or the effect of this cycle will subside significantly. After that, we will not see any big trigger which can take the Tech Mahindra stock upwards. So that is the risk factor if you are a Tech Mahindra investor. If I were to be asked, or if I had the opportunity to invest and I had enough money, I would not put my money into that, because we have already seen a huge momentum building up, and there is no big driver of further upside push. Probably staying away from Tech Mahindra is the right choice. Please suggest me what has been your view on Tech Mahindra. Did you differ? Do you differ from this view? Have you made money? I would look for your inputs. With that, I'll conclude and see you in the next video. Thank you.